there has been a lack of liquidity in venture capital, private equity across the private capital ecosystem.
Raj, welcome. It's great to have you here.
Thanks for having me, Vikas.
In the world of venture capital, what are you seeing some of the major changes, most interesting innovations?
I think the last 5 years have been a really transformative time for venture capital. You had the 2020, 2021 kind of boom, which was somewhat driven by macroeconomics and rebound from the COVID period. Really, since then, you've seen kind of three key forces defining venture capital. The
Mm.
first has been the rise of AI. I think it is transformative. It's a foundational technology. It'll probably take a little bit longer than we think for it to fully impact, and the impact today is uneven, but we all agree it's foundational. Second has been the more polarized macroeconomic world that we live in. We're seeing the rise of AI models that are driven by national sovereignty, and you see models in places like Europe where they don't want to become fully reliant on just models from other parts of the world. And then third, there has been a lack of liquidity in venture capital, private equity across the private capital ecosystem. So I think we're all becoming more creative about how do we return capital. We can't always just rely on the IPO cycles, which we know historically only happen a couple of years out of every decade. So more M&As, more corporate exits, but also more secondary exits and more ways for us to drive liquidity across the venture capital ecosystem. And so it's a transformative period. I think you'll see that there will be certain firms that really understand how to navigate through this period, and those firms will probably be the winners over the next decade.
Can you tell me a little bit more about B Capital's value creation strategies and what are you seeing in how you're being able to help your portfolio companies currently?
Yeah, I mean, I think value creation is really key to what we do. Most of us who started the firm and who run the firm, we were founders before we became investors. And this really goes back to the core of the partnership between B Capital and BCG. From our very inception, we've believed that the expertise that BCG very uniquely is able to bring to private high growth tech healthcare companies and now energy companies really can help these founders and these CEOs drive incredible growth and efficiency and really help them hone their businesses as they're going through those rapid exponential growth periods. And so
Mm.
the partnership continues to be really core for what we do. We continue to leverage our portfolio company executives to help each other. We now have over 200 companies in the portfolio, and we think there's lots of opportunities to have portfolio value add. And I think beyond that, our global reach is probably the third most important thing. The best founders, whether they're from Silicon Valley or they're from Bangalore, they're normally big thinkers. They want to build big global businesses. And our global footprint, which is further enhanced through our partnership with BCG and BCG's global footprint, are a key part of helping companies scale across borders.
Just talk a little bit more about AI. You talked about the role that AI is playing in terms of investments. What about AI internally within B Capital? How are you thinking about that?
So we are firmly committed to being an AI-driven private capital investment firm. We think AI will be transformative, not just to every other industry, but also to our industry. So we're very committed to this. We have an internal AI team. We've
Mm.
been building our own AI. That's really changed the way that we invest. A very simple example is our healthcare team uses AI today to develop market maps that used to take an associate or analyst days to develop, or now it takes 10 to 15 minutes to develop those market maps.
Wow.
And I think you'll see that the whole private capital investment world really adopts AI over the next few years. We want to be leaders in that. And our partnership with BCG has also been core to that. We're excited that we now have an internal AI leader, our partnership with BCG on AI, and we look forward to continuing to be an AI-driven venture capital firm.
Raj, thank you for your insights and for your partnership.
Thank you, Vikas.